Hi, I'm the owner and operator of the bathhouse No Guts, No Glory Hole, Andrew, and this is Gayties Toys. That was low-hanging fruit, and I'm not apologizing. Today on MIA 80s Ladies, we're going to be talking about Niko from Galaxy Rangers, which is a show and a toy line that you might know, you might not, you might have confused with something else, and frankly, who could blame you? The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers was a 65-episode, one-season wonder that ran in 1986, and it was amidst all the other toy lines and cartoons vying for your money, vying for your attention, sort of post-ish Big Three and just before the Ninja Turtles. The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers also ran very close to other Western-style cartoons and toy lines, including Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs, and more better-known Brave Star. This sort of left it in this weird memory hole where people kind of confuse them between all three of them, and it's just a whole gooey mess. The show itself has relatively complex origins, but is very simple in its execution. It's four Rangers, each with cybernetic implants that sort of took existing powers they may have already had and enhancing them to greater effect. So in the case of Niko, who we'll be examining today, she had, let's say, latent psychic powers that exploded out thanks to these special implants. And we'll talk about some other implants too. This was one of those rare instances where the cartoon was created first and the toy came out of the cartoon to support it. So really, the success of the toy line wasn't as important as the ratings. As expected, the ratings were not fantastic, and so Galoob, who was the master toy licensor of this cartoon, kind of got cold feet. As the cartoon got kind of lost in the shuffle of everything else, the toy line, likewise, was kind of looking to be more expensive, a lot more laser lights, like Captain Power or even Brave Star, and so it was looking to be more expensive. Galoob was, kind of reeling from a series of bad, terrible jobs with Golden Girl, Black Star. They had some success with the Mr. T, but they sort of, were already looking ahead at Micro Machines, which would in fact be a much bigger success for them. But by the time the toys were ready to go, they said, to hell with it, and they shipped them all off to Europe. Admittedly, the toys were great. I mean, the proportions were a little janky, everyone was kind of chonky, but the faces looked really good. Because they used the animation as the style guide, they do look quite faithful to their animated counterparts. Likewise, they came with incredible shiny horses that, not terribly articulated, but really cool metallic steeds, great villains. Again, a lot of laser light technology to kind of compete with Nintendo that was just coming up. So a great line that Canadian and American audiences never really saw. And unfortunately to this day are incredibly rare and incredibly hard to find. It is rare to even see a poor condition on eBay. This brings us to our MIA 80s lady, Niko. She, of course, was not featured in Wave 1. She was sort of held back for Wave 2. We don't know if her horse was also going to be included there, but I can't imagine it wouldn't be. That said, she, of course, never came out. There were some prototypes leaked out here and there, but, they go for even more money than you could possibly imagine. I would usually chalk this up to sexism. However, the lead female antagonist, the Queen of the Crown, she was released in Wave 1. That said, I applaud a bad girl, but the Queen of Crowns was really more of an administrator of evil, a supplier of evil. She wasn't really sort of on the ground, fisticuffs kind of gal like you might find with Baroness or Evil Lynn. So great that she was made into a toy, but not really, action figure-y worthy, really kind of much more aligned with Wave 2, let's say. It would have been nice to have gotten all of the Galaxy Rangers in Wave 1. Alas, that was never to be. Also, a bit of a sidebar on Niko herself. She's got a bit of what I might call a Marvel Girl problem, in the sense that she has, invisible shields like Sue Storm. She's got psychic powers like Jean Grey. She's got a big gun and martial arts like Black Widow. And she's got she's almost like every female power trope blended together and made into a character. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy women who are, proficient in many things. Scarlet from G.I. Joe is a great example of this, but Niko, it's too much. And it's not even Mary Sue territory. It's just too stereotypical girl power. Likewise, there's going to be people who say you can't sexualize cartoons, they're made for kids, but you have to bear in mind that there's some kind of lonely middle-aged men who were designing and animating these. And you look at Niko and you see those hair flips, that body, how she moved that body. She was, within the realm of Chitara or Lola Bunny. Like, she was made to be sexy. And frankly, if the show had caught on, or if she was better known, she would exactly be at that top tier. There is no final verdict here. No one has made or even attempted to make any kind of movie, toy line, anything to do with Galaxy Rangers. No one's really clamoring for it. And again, that's not to say that I don't like it or there aren't fans of it, but there's just no great demand. That said, I wouldn't mind if a kind of third party or a smaller boutique company gave it a go. I don't know what the dollar amount is there for them, but it would be kind of cool to actually get, if not a new adult collectible style, then, just re-releasing the vintage ones to make them more plentiful for people who do want them. Myself included. I do actually enjoy this, despite my mild character assassination of Niko. So I thank you for stopping by to talk about the divas we never got in the 80s, and do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time on Gayties Toys.